Ladies and gentlemen, Konaji here. Welcome back to Formula 1 2018 for the United States Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas. Interesting weekend so far. Had struggles in practice, mostly with the weather, mostly with the game. And those struggles continued through to qualifying, where the game was hanging up so badly that we struggled to turn laps and eventually crashed the car due to a hang-up that took us basically completely off the track. Somehow we've got to put that behind us. We are going to be starting completely dead last in this race, and hope that we have a dry race to look forward to and be able to do something with, because if it's a rainy race, we're screwed. We are totally screwed. Now, because we are starting last, this is a unique opportunity, we'll say. We're gonna view this as an opportunity, really. We are gonna go ahead and take brand new parts for our entire car, and just have ourselves a nice 55, 60 grid place penalty. So that'll give us plenty of parts for the end of the year. That'll be nice. You know, that'll be nice. Yep, we'll go ahead and take another gearbox. Brand new gearbox for the race. Cool, cool. Oh boy, not what we were looking forward to with this race, though. Not what we were looking
What fantastic enthusiasm we have for Formula One here in the United States of America. And it's an enthusiasm born from generations of memorable Grand Prix racing. Bruce McLaren took his maiden victory at Sebring way back in 1959, and John Watson's 1983 victory at Long Beach, well, that still holds the record for the lowest ever starting position for a race winner. We have 10 turns
maybe
to
we
the
can
left
break
and
that
10
today.
to the right here at the fantastic Circuit of the Americas. Overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and 12 at this anti-clockwise 3.6-mile track. And we should see average lap speeds of around 126 miles per hour. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him.
I really don't know what this grid
He
is.
starts in pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside.
Normal
Looking down
there.
the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen,
Pretty
Hamilton,
normal.
Daniel Ricciardo, and Raikkonen.
Pretty
Magnussen,
normal.
Van Dorn,
Not a bad
Perez,
run by
and
Magnussen.
Charles
Best of the rest.
Leclerc.
Wow,
Stroll,
good run by
Sorokin, Marcus
by,
Ericsson, and
I don't even know his
Hartley,
name.
Alonso
Van Dorn?
have taken a grid penalty. Hulkenberg, Pierre Gasly,
Lots of penalties
and
today,
Esteban
huh?
Ocon, Sainz,
Wow.
and Red. And
Okay.
now it's time to head down to the track.
Well then.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
Hey, remember what I was talking about? How they should say something about the fact it's our home Grand Prix? He actually said something. I'm impressed. Okay, so we're going to go for a one-stop strategy here from the supers to the softs. I like this strategy. I would love to be able to go supers or ultras to the softs, but I don't know that that's possible. I'm going to look at it, though. Let's edit that strategy. Let's just see what kind of run that would give us. Just because what I want is to be able to really charge through that first stint. Mandatory tire. I see. So we have to use one of those, which we would be using that. So what if we pit a lap early? They're saying that would be a half second slower. A half second slower isn't a big deal. But they're really saying the ideal strategy is to pit halfway, or at pit lap 12 on the supers. I guess I have to agree. Unfortunately, we didn't get enough time in the dry here to really know for sure. So that's what I'm going to do. Looks like we're really heavy on fuel, which is fine with me, because we're going to need that fuel. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. Alright, I'm going to wait till we get off the line. Yeah, I figured I was going to be spinning tires on the wrong side of the track here. Now let's go to Rich Mix, and let's try to take advantage of this turn 1 situation. We know how they can't handle it. They don't know how to defend it, is what I should say. Still to the outside here. It's going to get dicey. I think I'm clear. Nope. Now we're clear, but now I got a Williams kind of blocking me. Woohoo! Earning my paycheck right now. Alright, just keep that front wing in place. Flames just stepped out a bit. Gosh, he wanted to keep me to the apex so tight. Really screwed himself with that. I'm genuinely surprised I was able to not hit him. But that's P11. We're undoing the damages. Whoa! Bit late, my dude. Yeah, you throw your hand up at him. I don't know what he's going for here. Alright, this turn we should be able to walk away. This area is where, on new tires, our car pulls away quite nicely. And it did. Trying to re-catch, or catch Leclerc here. Okay, deep breath. This is a pretty long race. I do have to try and keep tires on this thing. This wouldn't be pretty easy to burn tires off, ruin our one-stop strategy. I'm aiming for at least P5 today. I feel like that's doable. As long as the rain stays away and the frames stay with us. I see no reason why that's unobtainable. Gotta watch these power modes. We're gonna run out of battery power. I'm not careful. Leclerc doesn't have a great toe here, and we do. It might be enough for us to swing for a move. He's of course gonna try and block it. So we gotta go try and go around the outside. Of course he locks up the brakes and pushes us wide. Isn't that how it usually goes? That was a nice set of turns now. It gets tricky here because I'm going to close, but I'm going to close somewhere that's not a passing opportunity. I have to wait for the straightaway to have any chance for that, which means I just need to have a nice clean run through here. Not the best, but not the worst.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
If we don't get DRS immediately. He's really killing me because he keeps out-braking himself, trying to block me. So I'm going to hold him tight there and steal this position, basically. That was a nice run through the S's. These tires are not going to be able to do that forever, though. I have to keep that in mind. Eventually they're going to give up enough where that won't be possible. No DRS, okay. They're fighting, that's good for us. I'm losing a bit right there. All the sliding of tires does nothing to benefit us, that's for sure. Alright, let's see if we get a good close through here. Not really. Well, actually it was pretty decent. We're both on DRS, so there's going to be no big advantage here. Let's try and burn fuel down to +1. So we're not carrying so much weight. This seems to be our passing spot right there. You can get to the side of them. They are so freaked out by you being next to them, they kind of just lift. That's an important thing to know. get into some battery saving, because I noticed we're less than half now. Boy, that front of the pack is not ridiculously far away. That P5 is still doable today, I think. Some DRS battery saving techniques here. Easy. I really wasn't paying attention to how close Alonso, or Van Dorn was there, who was on Ultras, by the way. Different tire strategy. Maybe he was in the top 10, so he had to. No, probably not, because it rained in qualifying. Disregard that. Hello. That didn't help us. Boy, I'm surprised how little DRS helped me there. Not able to get to my cheeky passing spot, unfortunately. I'm gonna go down the regular mix on the fuel. Still not completely separated from that front pack, but they're a decent distance away. I wish I could shake this McLaren a little bit more. Definitely feeling held up by Perez right now. Not an unusual feeling. Perez is kind of the Ryan Newman of F1. Very, very difficult to pass for any position, no matter what the closing rate. Easy with the red. Don't want to get in trouble. Alright, this should be close enough.
Okay, gap to leader, 14.1 seconds.
Yeah, that distance, he really has no choice. And then we have such a good run through here, we should be pretty good to go.
Gap to car in
See
front
if I
is
can
5.4 seconds.
manage to pull a gap on him. Be very important that I do. Oh yeah, that pack's definitely so close that they're slowing each other up, I think. So this could be a good opportunity for us, as long as Perez doesn't go for a repass on DRS here. Which I think he might be about to do. Looks like we're good. It would be real late at this point. Stranger things have happened. Tires still feel really good. Free track here to use my ideal lane, which is nice. Although a little wide in the last turn isn't going to be good for business. Not good for business at all. I just realized we're directly in front of Magnussen now. Or directly behind Magnussen now. So that's good. It's good and bad. We'd like to reverse that order. And we'd really like Magnussen to be further up the grid than that. Purple sector there. I think what's surprising about that is I pulled the purple... Let me try and say that again. Pulled the purple sector and did not clear Perez. I was trying to put Perez into that purple sector sentence and way too many P's. Yeah, this DRS is really a nuisance to us right now. It's just making us slower.
Try to stay with him, he might make a mistake. He can still regain the position.
Because he's using DRS just to be with me. But then for the rest of the lap, he's slower than me. I guess I'll try and use that as a tire saving measure. Come on, DRS, do your thing. Got him again. Drove it hard into the S's there, kind of late to the brakes, but I think it was worth it. I feel the rear tires getting a lot skatier now than they were. As we start to get near-ish our pit window. I think we're looking for around lap 12. Really pissing me off, Perez. Oh, and he gets DRS. That's adorable. Love it. Can't wait for pit stops now. Just try and get away from him. I don't even like Bubblegum. Hold onto the throttle. Definitely don't feel like I have the fastest car here today. Something just not clicking. Alright, we have pit stops taking place already, so we know, well, we don't know, but we can assume that there is some two stoppers out there, which may shake up the race by the end. There was not a huge gap between us and the pack directly in front of us, but there was to us to the leaders. So that all will have to be decided later in the race, of course. Not impossible that they're going 20 laps on a set of tires either.
Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
Thanks, Jeff. If we got 6th and 7th, at least Haas would end up with best of the rest today. But we really want more than that. I'm just worried that this time spent dancing with Perez is going to cost us too much time overall to make that happen. Dynason's kind of fallen back from that pack up there. That will play a factor.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
The soft isn't... Whoa, easy, buddy. I was holding my line.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
Made it look easy. We bumped. You arrogant fool. What was I saying? The softs are definitely not an ideal tire here. I'm not able to push apexes through Sector 1.
Some information on Sirotkin. They are out of the race.
No safety car or anything. Yeah, I'm not able to push the apexes as much on those tires. Here comes the repass. Whee! Meanwhile, Hamilton on brand new tires behind us. Brand new Ultras, yeah, he will be pitting again. So our job is to stay within, what, 14 seconds of him? Which would be an entire pit stop, so I guess it's kind of important for me to hold him up a little bit, if I can. AMAG's pitting already, so...
Kevin is in the pits.
Could be a lot of different strategies here. Really not sure how this is going to play out.
Yellow flag.
Oh wait, he's parked in a weird place. I'm surprised there wasn't a safety car for that one. To be honest. I think we were actually fitting on like lap 14 or so, not 12. Which means I really need to cool it on these tires. So I definitely feel the rears being a little unhappy. Gotta imagine Hamilton's gonna fly by us here. Not quite yet. There he goes. Oh, how was that not contact? Sure, Perez knows.
Okay, we've lost the position. That's us down a place.
We know that Perez can see Hamilton coming, but me? No. Completely invisible. Yeah, if I had sailed it in that late into that turn, I would have been crushed like a bug. I mean, old Supers versus new Ultras, we knew that was going to happen.
The car behind has come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Softs on the car behind.
Okay, there's some cars now going for the rest of the race on these
We're going to box this lap.
soft
Push hard
tires.
on the in-lap.
Oh, we were pitting on lap 12. Okay. Guess you just didn't tell us about it. It'd be lovely to pass Perez before the pit stop. If we can. I'm not sure. Not sure I have enough in me right now. Pretty happy with tire wear, if this is the end of our run. Should we get a good exit? Should be able to make this look easy. Watch for the over-under. Very good, very good. Sometimes I make it look like I know what I'm doing. Most of the time I don't.
Box this lap, please.
Okay, gotta remember that this pit road is a bear to get onto. So let's just take it easy as we approach. Oh, easy. Rear tires starting to feel a little worse for wear. I thought the AI was gonna crash my car there. He was damn close. He was damn close. Good drink. Oh. I'm very sorry. I thought that would help, but it didn't.
Go. Exit now. We're racing
Oh,
on the
we
exit.
got held for Perez. Stupid game. Why does it do that? You're allowed to race off the road, you know.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Here's Ericsson. on supers behind us. I don't know what that means. I don't know what strategy he's on. We came out in 9th. Our strategy is done, and cars in front of us are not done with their strategy, in theory. We'll see how that all shakes out. But my goal for the rest of the race is to get back around Perez, basically. And, of course, save these tires to the end. That little song and dance. Okay, we do have some gap right now, so a little bit of easier breathing for a lap or two, I would presume. As long as Ericsson's not faster on those supers. I don't think he will be. And as long as we can actually re-close the gap to Perez, I think I will be able to. We can see Ericsson on the map. I think he will definitely pit again, and we will get around him. The question will be, will we have enough tire at the end of the race to hold him off? Ericsson just pit now. Just now at the halfway mark. It is a pretty long race. Pretty stressful one. That's getting a little greedy, Cone. Getting a little greedy. That's the curve everyone used to accuse me of getting greedy with. I'm trying to back off on that usage. Definitely did close, probably to within DRS range. Yep. Not within DRS passing range, though. Hi, hello. How are you? Being tucked up behind him really hurts my tire wear. And my run overall, for sure. These softs do feel pretty good. Not as bad as I thought they might be.
You're in the top 10.
Yeah, I think I knew that. Yeah, I think I just take it easy through here. Save tires, save fuel. There's no pass opportunity through this section. At least not without being frisky and risky. Save it up for an opportunity here instead. I think there was a small chance of rain at the end of the race as well. Something to keep in mind. I highly doubt that'll be the last we hear of him. Especially as the car scrubs its way through there. Boy, that was a nice set of turns, though. And then the front scrubbed real hard the last turn. It's like the front's gained too much heat or something. Not within striking distance right now. Means I can take a relaxed entry through one. Let's really drive it into here. See if we can't get a little bit of a gap for him. He did menace a purple sector 1, but again, despite the purple sector 1, didn't really get a huge gap, a decent gap. Magnuson is on softs in front of us. He may be done pitting. In fact, I would say he probably is. His softs, though, are going to be a lot more tired than mine by the end. So if I did, in fact, just clear Perez, now my priorities shift. I need to worry about how much of a gap can I close to Magnuson by the end. Even though he's my teammate, it's a position. I'd like to get as many as I can today. Not stop scrubbing the fronts through there so bad. We don't want no scrubs. That was much better in the last turn as well. Unfortunately, I'm about out of battery power here, so I gotta chill out on that for a bit. Hamilton's pit again.
Is now running the super soft tire. That's the super soft on the car ahead.
So that two-stop strategy put him in a little bit of a weird place in the field, but now he's gonna be flying. No chance of a fast lap for us today if he's gonna be on the faster tire for the end. Faster and newer? Yeah, not gonna happen. We finally have, for now at least, broken free of the curse of the Perez, which is nice, relaxing, encouraging, other words of positivity. It's giving me good synergy. There you go. There you go. Good job, Cone. You did it. I wish there was some braking points for that turn. Really, this whole track is terribly lacking in brake markers. Everything's so far away from the sides. You can't see anything. Like, I'm using that scrub mark on the wall. Like, there's a tire mark on the wall that I'm using to use as a brake marker. That's awful. And this turn, like, I just kind of guess. I just start turning and assume that the turn is there. This one as well. Where is this apex? Who knows?
9.5 seconds.
You just turn and hope you found it. Good wide there. Hamilton's closing in on Magnuson at this point. I might hold Magnuson up for a lap or two, which would be good. 10 laps. Try and close that gap. Not very likely. Beyond the fact we had obviously an atrocious qualifying effort, also just really lacking in speed here this weekend. This will be one of the tracks I need to circle for next season as tracks I need to improve at. I'm making a list, checking it 1.5 times. Hamilton indeed putting in the fastest laps of the day right now. In comparison, a 1:38.9 from us. Surprised he's not around yet. Soon. He'll get there soon. Probably the next time I look up there. Oh, I missed my turn in there. Running solo is definitely when I hate this track the most. It's easy to lose rhythm, lose markers. Is around him now. What's the gap, though? I would like to know. Gap the teammate? Why do I bother? Why do I ever call into that? It never works.
Our gap to the car in front is 11.5 seconds.
No comment. No comment on the order of operations there. Nah, put the keyboard down. I said no comment. Not looking like it's going to be possible, though. 11 seconds, 10 laps, less than 10 laps. And we're not closing. That's not going to happen. And P8 is just going to be what we have to live with for today. Which really sucks. Because I thought this was going to be one of those ones we did quite well with. Kind of out of my control, though. Maybe by next season I will be able to afford a new computer build, and maybe it won't have the big hang-ups. But then again, I know people, Beef, who have far stouter computers than me and have just as many hang-ups, so not really too positive about that either. But you never know. You never know what might happen. Even with those ridiculous problems, this is still absolutely one of my favorite series that I've ever done. We've had so many amazing, fun races this season. I still look forward to doing it every week. See what kind of gap we got this time. 11.0, yeah, no change. We're running pretty much mirrored laps. We're on pretty similar tires. These are a little bit older, so I'm not looking for much change there. I don't really know what else I could have done strategy-wise either. 2 stops wouldn't have helped us. Running the Ultras in the first, maybe? But I don't know if it would have been enough for 11 seconds. It might have been enough for a few seconds. That's just one of those great unknowns. You don't know what may have played out differently.
Okay, tyres still looking good, Nick. Let's keep them that way for as long as we can.
They're in good nick. They have a good nickname. And that tire naming stuff. Talk about a polarizing subject. I really thought as they move forward to going to soft, medium, hard every weekend, it would be a unanimously well-received decision. Some people really still have their MeUndies in a wad about all that, because all the different compounds still exist. The Ultras, the Hypers, the Supers, the Softs, they all still exist. They just gave them, non-public names, so they're like C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. Instead of being, all these crazy Hyper, Supra, Ultra, Angel, Mega Ultra stuff.
The gap to the car ahead is 10.8 seconds.
10.8, we actually did close a little bit there. But at the end of the day, they still bring different compounds to every week, and we all know that. You have to. Every track is different. NASCAR does the same thing. NASCAR's always brought different compounds to every track. They still call it the same tire. And that's all F1's going to be doing from now on. It's just one of those really weird, sensitive subjects for F1 fans that I don't fully understand. I just think it's going to be so much easier when it comes to race weekend, when we can just say, ah, they're fitting the soft tire. Ah, they're fitting the hard tire. Not, oh, they fit the ultra soft. Oh, well, is that the softest compound? I don't know. Let me go look at what tires they had this week. It just makes good damn sense to me, I say. Why does it say Rakkonen's behind me now? Oh, there's Perez. Oh, Rakkonen's out of the race now.
Caution, caution.
Was he in front of us? I think he was. Free position! Beep, 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 beep. Cool.
Okay, clear.
So now we're 6th and 7th. I'll take it. Certainly a lot of retirements in this game, isn't there? Now, there was certainly a lot of retirements in the real F1 2018 season, but sometimes I feel like there's a bit too much in-game versus reality. Especially when you consider the fact that we don't really have retirements. Yeah. For right now, I'm just gonna take it. It's not the greatest position gain for a race win ever.
Gap to car in front is 11.3 seconds.
But P20 to P7 should darn well better be driver of the day material, right? I would think so. Most of that happened early.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
But I did get some cheeky passes in there. This is the kind of COTA race that we're used to. Just a big old spread out field. Four laps to go. Okay. I really need to start bringing a bigger drink with me in the car. In the quote-unquote car. I forget how long these recording sessions actually are, and I always run out of drink before I'm done with the race. It's going to be a lot of pressure next season doing 2 races per week. It'll be less time on the mic. Well, it'll probably be a little bit more time on the mic because I'm doing 2 races, but at least it's not 4 episodes worth. That would be a lot for ye old voice box to do. But still, doing 2 50% races per week, it's going to be a lot. I will say, expect the street course races, your Monacos, your Singapores, maybe your Bakus. So what, 3 races a year? Yeah. Expect those to probably be 25%. I've seen enough of those places, personally. Okay, this race could be over now. I feel like Perez has been closing the last few laps. Now I'm probably losing focus. Yeah, 39 is still okay though. Yeah, we've lost some time to Magnussen. We still have 6 seconds on Perez. We'd have to lose multiple seconds per lap. Let's just try not to do that.
Okay, gap ahead is 27.7 seconds.
Yeah. I guess if I'm gonna do a couple 25% races, I probably owe you a 100% race. Somewhere down the line. I wonder what race we would do that at. It would definitely be one of the ones I like. Maybe like Austria? Canada? Somewhere like that. Much to my surprise, people actually generally liked the 100% races we did in 2017. Obviously, the audience retention is nowhere near 100%. It's nowhere near people watching the full race distance. But some people certainly did. I guess there's some appeal there to the endurance style. Keep it turned in. I also don't want to get burnt out on F1. As it's a long time away till we get a revision. They don't get the next version of the game out until 3/4 of the way, like half to 3/4 of the way through the F1 season. Which is kind of a shame if they're going to do this style of release a game every year. That's why I think they would be better off doing DLC. Do a game every 3 years, and DLC the next 2 years. I'm sure they wouldn't sell as many copies. They're not going to sell as many DLCs as they sell units of the game per year. At least I assume they wouldn't. But I have to imagine it's more profitable. There's no way it costs as much.
The battery is low on energy. Reduce
sure is.
ERS deployment.
There's no way it costs as much to develop a DLC update to include the new cars and tracks as it does to, rebrand the entire game and republish the entire game. There's so much wasted effort every year to re-release the same game, but put it in a new wrapper.
Our gap to the car in front is 12.3 seconds.
It's pretty much said and done, isn't it? Just gotta try and keep the thing on a track. Well, we've had some really good races this season. We can have one play out like this. Ooh, buddy. Tires still feel okay. I've been trying to be really easy on the rear tires, which I think is actually making the front misbehave a little bit.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Oh, we're cutting that close. Hey, easy. Look at the track, Cone. Look at the track. It's that gray thing in front of you. Yeah, all 400 acres of it. 400 is probably a little short of a number. All 4 million acres of it. There you go. That's a better joke. My poor throat, my voice feels like I swallowed a handful of sand spurs right now. It's really comfortable. We're almost done now. Almost made it. I'm sure the fact I was real tense didn't help. That qualifying situation really pissed me off. It takes quite a bit to get me, like, breathing heavy style mad. But stuff like that does it. It's serious business.
This is your final lap of the race.
Can't have Codemasters just playing around. At least there was no rain for the end of the race. We didn't have to deal with that. I was a bit worried, to be honest. Ooh, easy on the engine there, Cone. You just put this brand new engine in there. Don't waste it. Although with 4 races left, really, we can't afford to waste it. Can we save some of these for next season? That'd be great. It does not work that way. Vettel's already won the race. To give you some idea of the gap. That gap. Quite significant indeed.
The gap to the car ahead is 15.2 seconds.
Yeah, he really stretched it out on that last leg of the segment. Segment? Sector? Nope, not sector. Stint. Stint's the word I was looking for. You did it, Cone. You found the word. Alright. We have made it to the end. That was a frustrating weekend right there, but...
Sorry about that, I guess they can't all go to plan. Bring her in, we'll go over what happened in the debrief.
Yeah, that's a pretty good explanation, really.
Here's our winner, pulling their Ferrari into Parc Ferme. What a fantastic race it was. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set... And as the adrenaline dies down after another eventful Grand Prix, here come the top 3, out on... And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a good result
No driver
for
of the day?
Sebastian Vettel, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Red. They demonstrated a very delicate touch in close proximity to other cars, as well as showing a lot of maturity and patience in difficult situations.
And now let's
Thank
take
you,
a
thank
look
you.
at the constructors' standings. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next
no
time
change.
for another thrilling installment of this Formula One season.
Looks like this battle between myself and Danny Rick might rage on for the rest of the season. It's not impossible that Verstappen could come up there and challenge as well, but they're close 5th, 6th, and 7th. 91, 95, 96 points back. Pretty much said and done behind that. And constructors, like I said, pretty much said and done. I don't know, a good recovery drive, I suppose. I'm still leaving this race pretty dejected and disappointed, though. I just don't think I had the pace. I don't think the driver was getting the most out of the car here, and that kind of bothers me. I want to do better than that, and it's something I'll have to remember for next season. But to come from 20th place up to 7th is not a bad day's work. But that'll do it for here in Coda. I will see you all next time.